Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Rockstar Manifestors podcast. I am Patty, and I'm bringing you today a very simple intention setting ritual incorporating essential oils for, we have a new moon on Thursday, September 14th of 2023. But if it's past or if you're listening to this sometime in the future, know that you can use this same ritual or practice or a version thereof that you personalize for yourself at any new moon or any time you want to set an intention of any kind for, an intention for a season, an intention for a year, for the year ahead, an intention for a specific project, anything at all. So let me get going. Make sure. I think I'm like missing some component, but I'm not. So we have, like I said, the new moon in Virgo. And when it comes to intentions, I always, for the most part, I'm not going to say anything's 100% true, but I primarily recommend setting feelings-based intentions. And what that means is setting an intention for how you want to feel throughout the day, throughout the lunar cycle, throughout, overall in general in life, or for a season of your life, like if you have a very chaotic school year season or sporting season with your kids or whatever, maybe you just want to feel calm and you want to feel focused, whatever it is, setting feelings based intentions opens up an infinite number of ways to take action, redirect your thoughts, and find ways to feel that way in any given moment. You can focus on that feeling while you take some deep breaths. You can do an action that will help you feel that way in any given moment. You can change a thought or realize that what you're thinking is just a thought and that it can be changed. You can do an infinite number of things open up when you focus on what can I do right now to feel this way and to nurture and grow this feeling throughout this lunar cycle or whatever period of time that you're working with. And the more that you manifest the feeling, the more you also raise your vibration that aligns with that feeling and raise your energy to align with the external things that you desire, like your actual goals or the tangible things that you are manifesting, whether it's job related, money related, relationship related. Focus on the feeling and manifesting and nurturing that feeling and all these opportunities to align and attract those external things open up. And it also relieves, at least in my experience, it relieves that pressure of, oh, I need to make this thing happen by a certain amount of time. Yes, you might still have those types of thoughts, but getting back to the feeling actually helps ease and release those thoughts. It helps you get into actual alignment with the things that you desire, as well as things that you weren't aware of or things that you're not specifically focusing on because they match your energy or your vibration that you are putting out there by focusing on the feeling. So that is my basic premise, setting feelings-based intentions and also setting those intentions supports the actual goals that you want to achieve. And if you're not yet, this is a little bit of a side note, if you're not yet in the Moon Manifesting Rockstars Facebook group or on YouTube, checked out my YouTube channel if you're not into Facebook. Every month I do a live chat a few days before the new moon and a few days before the full moon to talk about the zodiac sign, intentions that might be beneficial or aligned with that sign. And so we just had the live chat for the Virgo new moon yesterday. So you can check that out. The replays remain available. both on YouTube and in the Facebook group. So you can check them out, join in at any time, catch up on one if you happen to miss any. And you will find the links to both the group and my channels somewhere around wherever you're listening to or watching this. So just kind of take a look around and see where you might be able to find it. So for this Virgo new moon, Virgo is very meticulous. It likes order and structure. It's very practical, takes practical steps to harvest the rewards or the benefits or the goals of the actions that, of the actions and the work that they have done. So it's very methodical, practical, likes structure and order and knowing the steps to take, or at least taking the steps, doing something. Some feelings-based intentions that you might want to think about with Virgo that align with Virgo are feeling grounded, feeling supported or safe, feeling stable, like stable on solid ground. Like I have, good footing and I'm stable, feeling organized, maybe feeling healthy. Virgo is associated with our health. So feeling healthy, feeling, I'm not sure if this is a feeling or just a focus, but I included it, feeling of service or feeling helpful. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Feeling helpful, supportive instead of supported, maybe supportive if you're being of service to someone else. Maybe feeling patient, thoughtful, or communicative. And I put communicative in there because Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury, and Mercury is all about communication. So if these don't resonate with you, think of something that does. And if you have intentions that are not specifically Virgo aligned, if you will, that's okay. There are no hard and fast rules, at least the way that I teach and work with people and doing this type of intention setting and working with the lunar cycle. These are merely suggestions, a starting point, maybe a reference for times that, it's like, oh, I really don't know. I don't have an idea. It's simply a place to start. So like I said, today I'm sharing an intention setting ritual that you can use at this new moon or any new moon. And it is incorporating essential oils. And why am I, making essential oils the focus of this episode or this intention setting ritual? Because scent is one of the fastest ways to evoke or tap into the feelings that you desire. It also, the scent, essential oils, not the scent itself, but the essential oils raise your vibration as well as the energy and vibration of the space around you. Like when you diffuse it or burn it in an oil burner, or simply, I'm going to talk about these things later, a little bit down the line, but take them and inhale the scent straight from the bottle or in your hand, in your hands. For those of you that are not watching the video component, this might not be as effective, but play along or, visualize, if you will. If you take a drop or two of essential oils and put it in the palm of your hand and then rub your hands together, then you cup your and put it close to or kind of around your nose. I'm just sharing it because I thought it was fun. This is referred to as a scent tent, putting your hands over your nose so that you can inhale the aroma of the essential oils. I just thought that was fun. Little tidbit of information. So that's why I'm focusing on essential oils, at least on this episode. And also to give you the information or some information. Before I share the actual ritual, I'm going to share some essential oils that might work or some suggested essential oils for the Virgo that align with Virgo or that tap into a bit or a trait of the Virgo energies. The first one is tea tree oil. Now, some people really don't like the scent of this one. So if it's something that you don't like the scent of, don't use it. There's other options. There's other suggestions And so tea tree oil, the cleansing and purifying properties, because it can be used for cleaning and diffusing, purifying the air, etc. So the cleansing and purifying properties are right up Virgo's alley, right? Like cleanliness and neatness and organization. So it ties right into those energies if you're looking to really step into and maybe embody or use those energies to accomplish something or accomplish a goal. Create a space that helps you feel the way that you want to feel. So it can also ease the difficulty in expressing yourself, again, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And with that being the planet of communication, if you're feeling difficulty or you're just, there's a conversation that you need or want to have that feels uncomfortable, the oil is not going to do the work for you. But the oil, the energy and the vibration and allowing the scent to take its effect can ease the trepidation, can help you accept or know that the discomfort is okay and do it anyway, right? So know that the oils are not going to do the work for you. They are not the thing that it's going to, magically bring your intention to life. They are a tool for you to use and incorporate in your day-to-day life, in your intention setting practices, etc. So it can ease that difficulty in communication, and it can also promote a feeling of productivity while releasing the tendency or maybe the urge of being a workaholic, because those are two separate things. Being a workaholic is not a beneficial trait. A lot of us think it is, or not that we think it is, but we've been conditioned to maybe say, oh, the more we work, the more we get done. The more we work, the sooner we get things done. And in small doses, that might be true, but productivity does not necessarily mean having to be a workaholic or doing doing all the time. So the tea tree oil can promote that feeling of productivity and helping you ease out of like that workaholic tendencies or urges. I don't know if that's the right word for workaholism. Anyway, chamomile is the next one. Chamomile has calming properties, which can help calm you physically as well as calm your mind. And it has beneficial digestive properties, and which is in alignment with Virgo's focus on health, like to help improve your health or improve your digestive health, or improving your digestive health might have additional benefits health-wise. So chamomile, if you're familiar with chamomile tea, it's very calming, a little bit of like on the sedative side, not medicinally like to that level, but it does have those calming sedative type of energy. So it will also help calm your nervous system, help calm your mind, calm you physically if you include it in some tea, maybe a drop of chamomile, as long as the oil caveat is food grade. So just do your research and make sure you're getting food grade oils. If you ever want help in getting oils or anything, I will share those resources as well. You can get them from me because I do use Young Living oils and can make those available. But if you choose not to, or you have your own and you're going to ingest it, simply make sure they are food grade and do your due diligence, do your research. There are any number of other also good companies that make good quality food grade essential oils that you can use in your foods and beverages. Next on the list is lavender. Lavender is like a utility knife of essential oils. You can use it for almost anything. But in this case, lavender is soothing, always soothing. So it can help ease that feeling of overwhelm. Maybe if you have gotten into that workaholic state or overworking yourself, it can help promote that sense of calm and ease out of the overwhelm. It also calms the mind and can help reduce anxiety. which can then allow you to focus on how you do want to feel instead of letting that anxiety build and take over and keep you, block that focus that you're looking for. I don't know what number this is, but next on the list is sandalwood. This is a very grounding oil. And so that, like the grounding properties of it, can help you feel supported and safe, which were in the intention, in the feelings-based intentions that I shared. So it can help you feel supported and safe to feel the emotions that might be challenging, or maybe allow you to feel safe to feel the emotions that you haven't been allowing yourself to feel, like happiness and excitement and the looking forward to things, and that you are worthy of your dreams and desires and you don't need to do anything. So all these things that you might have been suppressing or that feel uncomfortable for you based on, your circumstances, sandalwood is a very grounding oil that can help you feel to allow and experience those emotions. The last one on this list is grapefruit, because grapefruit oil is energizing and can help you feel happy and upbeat, and also counteract those feelings of anxiety and tiredness. And so maybe having some grapefruit essential oil diffusing, or you do the little scent thing, can help get you in a better frame of mind, better energy to do your intention setting ceremony or practice. So if you Google or look on Pinterest, you will find probably a never-ending list of other oils that you can also use for Virgo. These are the ones that resonated with me. And also, if you feel called or have an affinity for an oil that isn't on this list and you say, well, I can't find any association to Virgo, that doesn't matter. What really matters is that it resonates with you, that you incorporate it so that it helps you focus on your intentions and do this practice so that you actually reap the benefits of it. So like I said, there are no hard and fast rules the way that I share and talk about things. And if you ever have any questions, you can always email me or type in a comment, depending on where you're watching or listening to this. The email is vision, VISION, at bluemoonmanifestations.com. So anytime at all, for anything you have questions on or hear me talk about or see anything that I've posted, my inbox is always open, I like to say. I stole that from someone else and I can't remember who, but my inbox is always open. Okay, so here we go with the ritual. Let's wrap this up so you can take notes. And I will tell you a way at the end of this where you can get a video recording of this ritual that you can refer back to at any time. So hang tight for that. So first of all, what you will need. You will need, for the way that I'm sharing this, a quiet space. It can be a little corner in your room, in your house, on your bed, on your couch, wherever, that you have some space and at least a few minutes, 15 minutes or so to yourself. Unless you're doing this with a group of people, like a group of people getting together to set new moon intentions is so much fun. And I highly encourage it if that's something you're into. So some quiet space or a space to yourself, a journal or a piece of paper, a notebook, anything will work, a candle, and then the essential oil or blend of oils of your choice. You're going to start by lighting the candle and then getting your oil, and you can use or incorporate your oil in a few ways, any number of ways. Oh my goodness. I saw comments coming through. Okay. I will back that. So some suggestions: you can diffuse your oil in, an essential oils diffuser. You can burn it in an oil burner, which is one of those ceramic, they come in lots of shapes, but you would put some water in there, some drops of oil, and it would have a heat source of some type, either for a tea light candle or a light bulb. So that is what's referred to as an oil burner. you can take a dab of the essential oil or the blend and put it on your wrists, maybe on your throat, your throat chakra area, between your eyebrows here, your third eye, or on the top of your head. All of those, any combination of those, whatever one calls to you, or if putting it on yourself, on your body does not call to you, that's okay too. You can also, like I talked about earlier, put the oil in the palm of your hand, rub your hands together, generate a little bit of heat, and then inhale the scent and the aroma of the oil. If you like to kind of carry the scent with you, you can take a few extra drops and run it through your hair. Your hair is an amazing natural diffuser. So run it through your hair on the ends or whatever. And then occasionally, depending on how much oil you use, as you move around or throughout the day, or maybe you can inhale that scent. If you're doing this right before bed, you can kind of carry that scent with you as you drift off and have it in your hair. It's a natural diffuser. And then as you, whatever method you use, as you set the diffuser going, burn the oil, put it on your hands, etc., allow yourself to feel whatever comes up when you're, experiencing and inhaling the scent. Allow yourself to feel, see what comes up, and or focus on that feeling that you're setting the intention for. A lot of times, letting whatever comes up, letting it kind of process and move through you is a great way of kind of clearing out some space so that you can then focus on the feeling that you're setting the intention for after everything's kind of moved up and out of the way. So now you're going to take your journal or your notebook or whatever you have and write about how it is that you do want to feel. You can write about what feelings you want to grow or nurture or experience throughout this lunar cycle. You can write about the actual things that you do want to manifest, and how having them and how manifesting them feels, what it feels like, what you imagine it feels like, experiencing that, having that, achieving that, living that you are setting this intention for. You can, and then, whatever comes up for you, write it all out. And then also take a moment to write out what your actual intention is. I always recommend writing it in the present tense and in a positive voice or a positive tone. So I feel grounded and supported. I feel safe and happy throughout my day. I feel, I am communicative and feel safe to do so. So any combination or whatever words, focusing on those feelings-based intentions as best you can and in the positive and present voice. And after you've done this, you've written out your intention so that you know what it is. Close your eyes and visualize yourself living this, experiencing this. The things that you wrote out, maybe you can focus on seeing that picture in your mind and what you look like, what you feel like experiencing this and living this and having the things that you said that your end goals, your physical goals are. Also, see yourself taking the action steps to get there. See yourself overcoming and getting past the challenges. See yourself celebrating and getting as excited as hell to tell someone, or, who are you going to text? Who's going to be the first person you tell or celebrate with? Visualize these things as part of the whole process, not simply the end goal, not simply the end result, because seeing yourself overcoming these challenges, knowing ahead of time that there may be challenges or setbacks, and that you visualize yourself getting past it and continuing on, will actually set the groundwork for you to actually do it. When you when you experience the challenges or the setbacks or unforeseen, hiccups. It's like, oh, okay, I've got this. So I've got this. I know. I saw myself. I visualized myself. I knew it was coming. I'm fine. I'm going to keep going. I've got this. It might be a struggle or, whatever, but I've got it. It's good. See yourself saying that. Envision yourself saying that. You might even write that down in your journal. I've got this. I've got this. I'm wired to win. I'm using phrases that I've heard in an audiobook lately that I will be talking about in a later episode because I love sharing books and things that I really learn a lot from. Okay, so you've done that. You've visualized. You've felt in your body as best you can what it's going to feel like and made that as real as you can, as your imagination allows you to at this point. Now you're going to open your eyes and focus on the candle, the flame that's been burning, and feel and think, or whatever comes up for you, gratitude. Focus on gratitude as you gaze at the candle flame. You might want to soften your eyes if that feels better or more natural. And where was I? I'm looking at my notes. So feel gratitude as you either think or write what you're grateful for after you've kind of thought about this and, allowed yourself to feel grateful and thankful. Write the things that you're grateful for. Visualize or feel gratitude for your intention manifesting ahead of time. Feel grateful or for the experiences that led you to this point in time, that the challenges that you've overcome already in the past, for the people that you have met, or the circumstances that brought you to realizing this was the intention, or this was the path that you want your life to take. Anything at all, really, that you can think of to be grateful for. Focus on that as you look into the flame, and you can also write it down. If you also feel like documenting that and kind of putting that extra energy behind your gratitude, just as best you can, or in whatever way feels right to you, just continue to lean into the feeling of how good this feels and how good it will continue to feel as you actually manifest your intentions. And so when you've gotten to a point where you feel, okay, I'm good, I've visualized, I've documented anything at all, then gently blow out the candle. You can snuff it out too, because I know there are some people that well, I don't like blowing out candles. And as long as you get a little wisp of smoke, any type of smoke. So don't put the snuffer so that you don't see the smoke or doesn't really rise. Just whatever works for you so that you can see the smoke rising after the candle has been put out, and just imagine the smoke carrying the energy and your intention out to the universe to, of course, be transmuted and manifested, and all the things start getting put into motion as you start taking action for things to manifest for you in the right order, in the right time. And at the full moon is when we talk about releasing attachment and all the other things. But here's where we're feeling into our intentions, setting them, visualizing them, feeling grateful for them ahead of time. And so if that feels like enough for you, that's great. You can end your ritual there. You can do, whatever it is. If you want to add a couple of other things or incorporate a few other things, you can do, maybe you feel like moving a little bit, incorporating some movement. I like to, especially if I do this work in the evening, set my intentions at night, I like to do the moon salutation yoga sequence. If you're not familiar with it, it's similar but not to the sun salutation. The sun salutation is energizing and warms you up and gets you ready, so to speak, for the day. The sun salutation is calmer, more grounding, great to do at night or in the evening before going to bed. So you can look that up. There's all sorts of videos and things on YouTube or Pinterest that you can find a moon salutation flow. If you do feel more energized, or it's not right before bed, maybe it is right before bed, you just want to get some energy out, you can also dance a little bit, do a little short dance, or just kind of move and sway, whatever type of movement feels good for you. Some other suggestions, you can either turn on some music, or maybe you feel like having music play throughout the whole thing before you even get started, and playing music after, if you don't feel like doing it during the ritual. You can now, as the music plays, you can do some more journaling, maybe document the steps of your ritual, document the thoughts and feelings and experiences that came up for you, document anything at all. You might want to keep a record of what your intention is and what extras, if anything, that you incorporated in your ritual, elements that are associated with the zodiac, with the oil, with your intention, anything at all. It's all entirely up to you. It's your practice to make your own, because the more it resonates with you, the more you will keep your intention top of mind, the more you will come back to this practice, because the lunar cycle is exactly that, a cycle. It repeats over and over. And so the more that you practice and fine tune and tap into how you're feeling, you will start to hear your intuition and say, this is what I feel the need for today, or I'm feeling like I need movement, or this is the feeling that I want to lean into and manifest. And this will lead to, this is how I want to feel, or how I expect to feel, manifesting the life that I desire. So make it your own. Practice, experiment, include things that you want to try. It's entirely up to you. And if you want to learn more about manifesting with essential oils, or how to incorporate it, like I said, at the time of this recording, it's September 13th of 2023. This weekend, which will be in a few days from now on Sunday, I have our monthly free class, which is manifesting with essential oils. That's going to take place in the Facebook group that is linked around here, or on Zoom. If you miss the live component, that replay will be available for, usually it's about 10 days to 2 weeks, depending on what's coming up next. And so that will be available for replay. You can join live if you want to register on Zoom, and it is before the 17th of September. Message me, send me the email, and I will get you how you can get the Zoom link. And otherwise, just go to the group, join the group if you're not in there, and that's all you have to do. Be in the group to participate and get the free class every month. And if you want to even take this further, or kind of get started with this new moon, which the new moon will be before the class, I have a DIY course, which is manifesting me with the moon. And for every single new moon through the zodiac, I have an associated oil for each one. So for Virgo, I have the tea tree, and I will be adding more, like the ones I listed today, because even though there's no live component to this class, like there's no live calls or sessions, it's a living and evolving class. So currently, if you listened to the Virgo live I did yesterday, you will hear also that I am currently adding playlists for each zodiac sign, aligned with that element, or with the traits of that sign. And I will be recording a video specifically of this ritual that I talked about today, and that video recording will be included in the course. And when you get this course, anything that I add, like the people that have this course already, are automatically getting these new things that are coming to mind, or that I'm inspired to add. So it's a growing and evolving and transitioning maybe course. It's just always in movement. And like I said, I'm adding playlists currently. I was inspired as I was typing up this ritual and the email about the ritual that's going out tomorrow to say, hey, this would be a good thing to add in the course. So it's a great course. You can use it indefinitely. You have lifetime access to it, so you can come back to it, keep it as a resource. And I will be putting the link to that somewhere around this material as well. And that's all I have for you guys. That's the very simple. It took long to explain it, but really you can do this in 15 minutes or so, depending on how much extras you add, if any. And you can make it as simple, like I said, as you like, or as involved and intricate, incorporating as many things as you like. Before I do go, though, I was just thought the course that I talked about, every single zodiac lesson for the new moon has a set of worksheets, and each worksheet for each new moon has the associations of the essential oil, the chakra, the archangel, the goddess, the planet, the element, and is that it? That's associated with that zodiac as well. So you can use that as a guide to say, hey, I might want to incorporate some chakra work, or I might want to incorporate an archangel or some goddess energy, whatever it is. It's more resources to help you personalize and make this your own. And the worksheets are a great way to document your rituals and how you progress and look back on those and keep a record of your experiences. So that is what I have for you guys this week. Happy upcoming new moon and happy future new moons for those of you listening to this in the future. And that's it. I will see you guys next week.